Okay, right. So far we've talked about how to open a text file into a Word document. We have also looked at how to import details like names and addresses from three key files: text files, Excel, and databases. So go over that again. The next step, which is really the final step here, is that, you might not want to send letters to everyone. So you might want to do a bit of editing. This is, and I'm just working with that last database that I brought in. And here it says receipt required. So this is the exam is always very clear. I tell you, send letters to, I don't know, XYZ. Send letters to only people with artificial flowers. Send letters to only people who want a receipt. So if I'm going to do that, if I'm only going to be sending letters to people who only want a receipt, then I'm probably only going to be clicking true. So this means this is my final list of people who will receive letters. I could have done it here manually. So literally by unticking any names, they won't be getting any letters. Their names will not feed through to your letter over here. But by clicking on a name, you feed that name through to a letter. Right? So here you can see I've only clicked, we could change this, and then I could, when I speak people who are artificial. And so we want people who are artificial. Yeah, as I say, it doesn't really matter. The question is, you just have to work with what you're given in the exam question. This is just a tutorial. So here we're sending letters to people who are artificial and who want receipts. Yes, so two issues here. They want receipts and they're going for artificial letters. And once we're done, we click OK. Now, from here, we now go to, we're not, this is already done for you. You're not putting in a greeting line. The next stage is to insert the merger field. So what do we do here? This is how you do this. To insert a field, what you first of all do is highlight this. Highlight what it is you want to insert, for example. So highlight title and then go here. Go to insert merger field. And you can see here where it says title. Double click on that and that comes through. Next step, highlight first names. Yeah. And then go here, insert mergers, first name, and that comes there. Yeah, you can see that. I don't want that. Oops. Yeah. And then highlight surname. Yes. Click here, and surname comes through. Yes. So you can see what I'm doing now is I'm bringing in each of these into. Whoops, sorry. Yes, I'm bringing these in. Insert main field, address. Yes, and you still have to do a bit of manual editing just to make sure things line up. So, if something jumps up, you need to bring it back down. Insert merger field called town. Bring that back down. County. Insert merger field called county. Postcode. And we're doing this together. Oh, and you can follow as I'm doing this along. I'm going to send all this to you anyway, so you can, work through this as well. And then we have description. And we have price. And so we just move, we can just, as I say, you still need to do some editing. Now, this is really important here. Yes, please. Your examiner this is what's called unmerged. These are unmerged fields. So your examiner requires you to take a picture of this, just to show that you actually have brought in that information. We'll go along and preview the results in a second. But really important that you actually remember that when you see a question that says, take a screenshot or whatever of the unmerged fields, this is what they mean. This is what they mean. Take a picture of this so he knows that, okay, yes, the student has actually used this, gone through this process, because otherwise he won't know. And let's look at the results. So we click here, preview results, and you can see here. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see them moving? Yes. You can. This is a preview, and then here, and here you can actually see the different people. Yes. And I didn't actually give mine a lot of space because I had put it right next to each other. But you could, just if they were spaced out, if you had spaced it out, you would have had these names all quite separate from each other. And you can see here that you have all 6 of them. You can see 6 of them, all of them through. And that was a preview that you saw earlier on. Yes. Okay, right. And then of course, if it were in reality, you would just finish and merge, and then you'd be able to print off. But then, the exam is just asking to show that you can, it might ask you to take a screenshot of a couple of them and then put in your evidence document. Right. So, and then again, like I said, yes, you've put all of this through, but what you also have to do is to now, fix all the grammatical errors. Yes. Yes, and things like that. And, make sure the letters are small. You shouldn't have big, small S's and there's 2 G's. So like little spelling errors they want you to fix here. This one wants you to insert a slip beneath. I think the question will tell you to insert a slip. So they might ask you to, insert a slip. So if you're going to insert a slip, you want to put a line, yes, underneath. And I'm just pressing, but however you want to, insert a line, that's up to you, and insert some boxes. But when you read the question, you'll see what I mean. So my point is that the question is slightly a bit more, nothing difficult, but a few word things, insert boxes, and put a symbol just so you're tearing off a tear off slip sign. But the key topic here that's most important that you understand is this ability to be able to go through this process of mail merging, and we've just done that. So well done. Let's go back to our slides and let's see. Hopefully we've covered all of this. We've imported into Word the list of names. We've done an example. We've talked about grammatical mistakes and a range of general errors that you have to fix. Read the question to know what the examiner actually wants you to do. We've done an example. And next time, we will look at some general theory on security and viruses. But otherwise, we have covered the main sections, all the sections that you could be asked on in Section B. And in the last lecture I'll look at some other random sort of general topics that they might ask you. Okay, great stuff. Thank you. See you in the next series.